Uh,
I
do you want a
know.
prompt?
Uh, yeah.
Uh, fictional Eastern European language.
Oh, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble if I try to do that.
You're doing a fictional one. Don't do a real one.
In this political climate. I mean, okay, but
Just
like,
make it sound
you
nothing
guys,
like a real one.
it's gonna be hard. Like, I'm not a linguist. I'm not J.R.R. Tolkien. Um, I mean, I'm
Alien
going to
sounds for all
go.
I care.
What?
Alien sounds for all I care. Like, this is a fictional language.
Sure, sure. Okay, I'm gonna make it be. I would assume that's like 4 syllables. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Nobody judge me. I have no practice. Okay. Ferushki Monkazi.
Wow, that was actually pretty good. What is it now?
Ferushki. Karulu Amala.
Mr. Nero, if you could please translate, I'd be much
Listen,
obliged.
I try to rise to the occasion. Sounds like it's Morginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who.
Now just generic Eastern European accent. That's not any real language.
I said he is giving the runaround. Yeah. Yeah, no, now I'm getting forgetting. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well. See? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under arrest until we arrive at the airport. Is that a urn on his chair?
Sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for?
What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you.
Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land.
You, how dare you waste my... How dare you to try waste... How dare you try to waste my time?
You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs.
I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Insolvent? Oh, yeah, that's not right. That's not right. Insolent. That's I am pretty sure that's how you say it in English.
Well, I'd hope that I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name.
I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I am a very wealthy man in Burkinia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said it was Mr. Edgeworth who was giving me the runabout. I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. You're in an airplane. You can't go anywhere.
Yes, and yet you continue to blather on.
Like, you've committed the amount of time for this trip. That is time that you are not wasting because you're still achieving the goal of the trip. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Going down to the lounge. Oh, missed opportunity for me to say longi.
Yeah, with an accent.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I always say it longi, and like the one time that would make sense because somebody's not pronouncing their syllables correctly. I didn't.
Then that's
I
the
guess I
joke.
just, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's my swag was
He did
Lungi.
pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, right. It's pronounced Longi. Like I don't know why he's pronouncing it lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. And what's the significance of that time?
At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6?
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it's a little after that patch of turbulence. I would say around 6:15. Hicks was his name, was it? Then I said that Matt Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the Longi at the time was his prosecutor, yes?
Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time.
Me too. I was watching a movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice.
Look at all the different types of grape juice he drinks.
This one's Concord.
I was still eating. I still haven't finished, see?
Other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose.
Is this flight for only like 6 people?
Clearly. No complaints at sea. Not a single word against this, right?
Just, no compliant, it says there.
No compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? My brain just wants to fix it.
I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me.
Oh, so you say. But do you have, what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all?
Mr. LeBlanc, I'm sure you are quite certain in what you saw, enough to give testimony.
Of course, I was looking at the man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little a small machine the whole time.
Machine?
Yes, that is what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click.
In that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say, I did see him play with it quite a bit myself.
Simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I could see, but it's kind of low budget. Plus the cell phones don't click, this is 2018.
Yeah, cell phones have flat touchscreens by now. I hate that noisy little hand machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, all it produces is ugly sounds.
It's probably Cookie Cutter.
Anyway, I know
Cookie
what
clicker.
I saw.
I don't know. Miss Tenero,
Yes?
was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you'd grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit.
I don't like the sound of that fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that's how you say it in English.
It's facts regarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. If I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenero, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, it's an emergency. All decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes?
No, I am planning to. I mean, of course not.
Ha! We will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable!
I am in your debt, Mr. Near.
However, there is one condition. I am to be your Maya Fey. I mean,
Mr. Fay.
I mean, I'm to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case.
Grrr. I'll take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope that is reassuring enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, feel free to touch the partner button.
It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Lunge.
Long.
First, I want to touch your partner button. Oh, I don't know how to.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, not in public.
This is Mr. Hicks' seat. I don't see the machine Mr. LeBlanc was talking about.
Perhaps it's in the elevator?
Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene now. What's this? It's a movie poster for a license to love, laugh, maim, and murder.
I want to have that on my kitchen.
Love, laugh, maim, and murder.
Yeah. That's an iFly Airlines sponsored movie. It's a suspense, hard-boiled action, romantic horror comedy movie.
So it's every genre. Is that the genre listing for this movie?
Yeah, it's a movie that can be enjoyed by anyone because it encompasses all those genres.
I can't even begin to imagine what the plot of this movie would be like.
But you have to admit it piqued your curiosity, right? I heard the main strategy with the genre listing was to make people curious.
Well, they'd consider the mission a successful one. I mean, I'm a little curious.
Yeah, I feel like I would watch that movie even though I only like 2 out of all those other genres.
Yeah, I like comedies, and that's probably about it. But I'm just curious what that is.
I will watch a rom-com, and that's the extent of what I'm willing to watch.
Yeah. You criminal!
He said, "Don't get near me, you criminal."
I'm not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts.
He said, but that's contrary to the facts.
I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much. What's a lifesaver doing here? I bought it at the flight shop just beyond the lounge.
He said he bought it at the...
If something should happen, having one will save your life. I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with.
You know you can get medicated. If you have plane anxiety, you can tell your doctor, they can prescribe you a pill that you can take right before the plane. So you're
yeah, I mean, I take a pill before I go on a plane, but that's for air sickness. Or altitude sickness.
Yeah. No, for my grandfather has to take it. Because he's he will literally have a heart attack. He's on a pacemaker. So if his heart rate increases to a certain amount, so they give him a pill for him to take when he flies. To essentially,
A fly
numb
pill.
him out. Hey miss, may I have another glass?
Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder.
How about it? How about a glass together?
I'm sorry, but I must decline.
I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You've got it, Toots.
Well, that's no way to talk to a lady. I may have a word with you. This steak so much awesome. It's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here the whole time, so I don't know. Eat or speak? Please pick one.
I think he chose to eat.
Yes, I can hear that.
Also, if the steak is really that awesome, like, and you've been, like, there since the murder happened, it's been a substantial amount of time. Like, you haven't gone through enough of that steak, buddy.
It's a big steak.
It's a big steak, but you can see where the plate ends. Like, he's barely touched it. Like, he's like
the
having
amount
the
between the
tiniest
side
little
of the
bites universe.
steak and like the end is still pretty substantial. That's like most of the thickness of his head. It's just
Maybe.
like a
I mean,
it's just like a 30 or 40 pound steak. So
yeah, it's like literally half of a cow. Like, I recognize that. But like, I feel like if you give me like an hour with half of a cow, like, I'd put a dent in it.
oh, I wouldn't. But as soon as it gets like cold, I'm not even really gonna be eating it anymore. It's too tough. And
Yeah, I would have to like cut it ahead of time because like I hate cutting into cold meat. But ironically enough, I don't mind eating cold meat. It's cutting into it. It's gonna.
I mean, I don't
frustrate
mind
me.
eating cold meat, but not steak specifically. Steak is kind of tough when it's cold.
Yeah, but that one seems to be on a hot plate, so to keep it a little warm.
Oh, maybe. That's right, I was in the middle of recreating a chess game.
Just an observation, but there aren't too many red knights around that lone blue
Aren't there?
pawn. But aren't there too many red knights around that lone blue pawn?
Nonsense, simply shows the blue pawn is no match for the red knight's might. Because Phoenix is
Yeah.
his boyfriend
if
is the
the
blue
red knight and the
pawn.
blue pawn meet after the battle and have tender, passionate love with each other, then that's just their business. It's nobody else's.
It's my seat. Fortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur.
He's just gonna keep shaking my fingers.
Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan vase in the chair rather closely.
It is a marvelous face, though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant.
I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant.
But I'm not just any old attendant. I'm a professional flight attendant.
As though there is such a thing as an amateur flight attendant.
I'm a flight attendant on the side. I do it for fun, you know. lot of
I'm
people
a
get
flight
paid
attendant
for
as a
it.
hobby.
Yeah, but I kind of like do it as a hobby, you know. Like, I don't do whole flights. I just do like, I know most people like to do the entire like 6-hour flight, but I can only do like 3 hours at a time, you know. So it's just,
Yeah.
you know, it works for me.
I do
Maybe
it.
later in life, I might monetize it.
Yeah, I don't get paid for it, but like I accept donations in bits.
Yeah, I accept donations. I mean, I'm planning on opening up a Patreon soon, so people can like send me stuff. But it's only just to help my flight attendant like hobby. Like, I'm only gonna invest in just making sure that I can create the best flight attendant content out there. Oh, I gotta say that, blind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, LeBlanc, we're allowed to do goofs. That's the whole point of streaming. Hurry up and investigate. Time should not be wasted. Precious as human time is how you say it, I believe.
Look at all those bottles lined up in a row. It's a miracle they made it through the turbulence without a scratch.
Actually, we asked the drink vendor to clean up all the ones that did break earlier.
You mean to tell me he put all these up here after the turbulence?
We're simply thrilled to have someone so interested in the variety of drinks available.
I don't think anyone should drink this much. There's such a thing as overhydration.
Yeah, if he drank the entire liquid contained in all those bottles, and this is not even like the joke of like it's grape juice.
Oh no, it's
because
just drinks.
Yeah, if it's like non-alcoholic beverages, it still is a large amount of liquid to be consuming in a flight, depending on where you're going. Like I'm assuming this is the one that he did from Europe back to America.
I mean, this is a very luxurious flight, so the chairs are also toilets. You don't have to get up.
Yeah, they're equipped with a bowel movement removal machine. But yeah, like that might be overhydration, and then if there were alcohol,
this is down.
He'd be dead. Like even if he's not drunk, he'd be dead. Like that is more alcohol than a human can consume.
I didn't mean to progress, but
that's fine.
I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenera. Miss Tenera?
No, yeah, I just like it's like it makes the pun is making more and more sense the more we're hearing her name. Like to me, like I'm like, oh yeah, like narrow something about Miss Tenero, like those two words together, like kind of helped me get it more. You know, like I still think it's a poor pun, but you know, you count that 100.
Yeah.
It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. Just so everything's perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed.
I see. I'll bear that in mind.
I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you're not making progress. And when we do, we ask that you please return to your seat at that time.
So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer may hide on board?
I don't think so. If every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, I was gonna say we just keep them in cages, but like this is not much different. No one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard. We found no record of a keycard being used at all.
Which means that I have a first-class killer in my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Well, let me go back upstairs. No, it's making me walk this way. Now then, let's get started.
But where should we start from?
Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means the killer was around somewhere.
If you're to believe what you say is true, then yes.
The first order of business would be to gather information to win your trust. It's kind of sketchy to say that out loud. That's not letting me go back up. Oh well.
This door leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
The room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great, however to me it simply smells. Not to have any interest in what lies behind this door.
Perhaps you should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. I was thinking I'm my boyfriend.
Not if it was men's perfume.
No, my boyfriend wears woman's perfume. Although they might be Maya's, we may not just wear anything.
Yeah, I feel like Phoenix would literally just wear whatever. Just like rushing out of the door with a piece of toast in his mouth. It's like, I'm gonna be late for my case.
It's a Saturday. You're just going out with Edgeworth.
It's like, oh, you're right.
I consider that case.
Yeah.
These bottles and glasses have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit.
Did the OST just like randomly on the right channel along just go?
Maybe.
Yeah, it did. It threw me off. Like,
I mean, the
like
DS has
specific...
two speakers, so has stereo.
Yeah, but I'm saying it literally sounded like there's like an
Oh,
electronic device like right here.
Oh.
I was like, it scared me.
It's a good OST.
I guess it's like one of the Clock Tower games. There's like a very specific scream in the middle of it. I don't know if you know about the Clock Tower series. It's irrelevant. It's a horror game franchise, but there's like a scream that every time I hear it, it sounds like it's happening inside of my house. Like I've heard it in different houses with headphones, without headphones.
But it always sounds like it's happening in your house specifically, even if you're in a different house.
Yeah, it scares me that somebody is screaming in my house. Like I'm like, somebody's getting murdered. Like down. Like I don't even like. I've lived in one floor places. Like I've heard it when we lived together and thought somebody was getting murdered. I've heard it in this house, which has 3 floors. I've heard it in my apartment. It's intense. Like, and this one was literally, I'm like, what is, I thought this monitor turned on. I'm like, this monitor isn't even plugged in. Like, it freaked me out. Like, I hate it when audio is just like very clear in a way that it's not expected to be.
I mean, I like it when it sounds like it's kind of like around you and not coming from one spot.
Yeah, but like the rest of the audio is very chiptune-y, so that like I can separate it from. But this sounded like a computer making a noise. Either way, I'm sorry, that was a diatribe. But like people are gonna ask, why did I suddenly like jolted and look behind me?
I mean, honestly, this music sounds very Phantasy Star Online to me. Not sure if you've heard any of that.
I've only played the DS game in that franchise.
Okay, this part doesn't, but parts of this does.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area.
Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, I know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. Oh, no, that it doesn't.
I wasn't warning for the sake of clearing my name. For the sake of clearing my name. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds.
If that's so, then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them?
I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation.
The clouds, they tell me nothing. There are a few copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack.
This month's special is an English trivia quiz.
That's not a bad idea. I've heard the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle.
Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Whoever heard of such a silly word as participle?
Case in point.
Yeah, I feel like as a society, we've kind of just like stopped caring about dangling participles.
I mean, keep your participles to yourself, dude.
I guess so. Sorry, I should have asked for consent before I discussed participles.
I just don't like when they're dangling free, like...
Fair, yeah. Well, people should be ending their statements, you know? For example, where are you going? That's a dangling participle. Where are you going to?
Where are you going? Where art you going?
No.
Wherefore art thou going?
You can't. You technically can't end a sentence in a verb.
Watch me. Dang it, that didn't work.
Yeah. Observe.
Watch.
Yeah.
This grand. Oh, this here.
This grand piano is the pride of this plane. I can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
It's not a piano. It's more like an overgrown music box. Also, who
Okay,
has
so
CDs
yeah,
anymore?
It's just a CD player. Yeah, this is the future. Like, this is like... Well, no, it's... What is this? 2018, you said?
2018, 2019, I don't know, somewhere around that.
Yeah, it's
Late
like,
2010s.
It's not even... We've officially passed the point where these were in the future. Like, I remember the date because we discussed it in stream. Yeah, so this had already happened. Yeah, like, by then, CDs weren't even a thing. By the time we were playing, like, very few people even had CDs.
I mean, they
Like,
sell
I don't think,
CDs, but, like, it's more of a collector or you really want to own physically stuff. But,
like, I don't think my car even has a CD player anymore. Like, it has a radio, but, like, I don't think it has a CD slot.
yeah.
But it's keys to press along with the music. As though there really is someone playing it.
Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys.
Just megalovania. Through the fire and the flames, the keyboard just like catches on fire.
And flames. This toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence.
Oh no! Look at all that grape juice stain in the back! I may not look it, but this shoe was extremely valuable.
So with these shoes. It was?
Was it? Yes, it was used when the rocker palms came to tour this plane.
Rocker what?
Pals. The rocker pals.
What did you say?
Rocker pals.
Paul's, oh.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be the Beatles. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair.
Sorry, what are these rocker pals?
I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens.
That explains it. I'm not really one for the music for today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later.
Maybe I should ask my boyfriend.
On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation will get.
Granosuke Naruhodo.
I don't think Phoenix listens to like modern music either.
Yeah.
What or who is this?
I feel like Phoenix listens to exclusively like Nepalese throat singing. He's just like sitting and like Maya
honestly
comes in. It's like, Phoenix, what the heck are you listening to?
Honestly,
like,
I kind of had
me down.
I kind of had the impression that he like just is one of those weirdos that just doesn't listen to music. Period.
Oh yeah, it's like no, I don't understand the appeal of music. It's like, excuse me.
Meanwhile,
like,
Edgeworth
cool...
is like exclusively like classical. Like anything written within the past century is too new.
Yeah, and Maya likes music made for animated movies.
Probably she likes a lot of anime intro songs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like that
Steel Samurai.
I was gonna reference the one from Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Crap, what was that called? Do you remember at least what I'm talking about?
Which one? The Reincarnation?
No, there was an anime opening anime song to like.
Oh yeah. The redheaded guy, he sings, right?
No, he doesn't sing. What's her name actually sang it? The emo one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Why
her
can't I
name.
remember any characters' names at all now?
I know, right? I mean, I know Tsubasa, right? Is that her name?
Tsubasa, but I wasn't talking about Tsubasa.
Kirijo is from Persona.
I got a Tokyo Mirage.
I would look it up, but my phone's updating. Oh, are you talking about the detective? Like
there's a witch
Maho...
in the name?
What?
Had a witch, I think, in the name.
Oh yeah, the Maho's
Dia Sweet Witch. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the Japanese. Yeah. Maho Ito. Yeah.
Yeah. Barry Goodman loves that
very,
one.
Very good man.
But Kiria sings it, I believe, near the late in the game.
Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, but yeah, Kiria does sing it.
Oh, that's a big
And she's
spoiler.
like all tsundere about it. She's like, I will do it because I have to. And then she like magically makes a microphone appear out of like negative space.
She just does like magical girl stuff.
Yeah, she like actively magical girl stuff, which is not even appropriate in universe. Like,
I'll be honest though, like they made fun of that, but that song was great.
Yeah, no, like I would actively watch like Maho like Suito actively, and I would watch it dubbed, sub not dubbed. But then I would also watch it dubbed because I love dubbed anime. It's so fun.
Yeah, about as fun as donuts. Jelly-filled donuts. Okay, well.
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't reference the jelly donuts in our campaign.
Yeah.
Probably should have. Yeah.
It's never too late.
Rocky's gonna have to make a comeback. This is the bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other is him in his 80s.
Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. I mean, he looks like he's 80 in both of them, to be honest, so...
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. Copper don't crack.
Baby got back?
Baby got back, copper don't crack.
Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence.
It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess.
It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought... Oh. Terribly embarrassing that I read your line.
Terribly embarrassing, but I thought... Oh, it's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for glass valves to shut off.
Gas valves.
Gas valves.
I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it.
The in-flight shop is just behind these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed.
There must still be clues to be found in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilante. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up, or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in this scene? Well...
the footprints?
Footprints? I don't think so. Sorry, I was trying to make an Animaniacs reference, but it didn't work good.
The only one is like it's like I found some prints, and then it's like Dot holds up prints.
I said fingerprints, and she looks at it and is like,
yeah, and then
I don't think so.
Oh, that's the reference?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because she doesn't want to fingerprints. Footprints didn't work as well.
Yeah,
it's Animaniacs. It's Animaniacs. It was all about dirty jokes. Miss Tenera?
What is it?
What
is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we both agree that they are a set of footprints.
So you think...
Yes, these belong to a killer.
Okay, oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class.
I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
I guess we'll... What floor is this elevator service?
Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard.
So the new floor is accessible to passengers on the first and second, huh? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Now what? Money? Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. What about that? Well, that also counts as money, even though that's clearly a credit card, but I guess credit cards are money. Yeah, that credit card's also money. What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here?
Well, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Mr. iFly. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell in iFly's shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one.
You have an in-flight shop.
Yes, it's just beyond the lounging to the right. The shutters to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered.
There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? I wonder what was hanging off this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now I'm gonna just put my finger on it. I doubt anyone's expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight.
So, Mr. Hicks, he's really dead?
Yes. No, he's sleeping. He's been sleeping this entire time, you absolute nitwit. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there. Sorry, that was a little harsh, right?
Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes.
No, never mind, you are a nitwit. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this be the cause of death? It appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. This in his pocket? There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. I'm just joking, he's dead. It's a picture. Looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Anything else? I don't... That's all the same. I think this is everything here. Any logic? Can we deduce anything?
Murder weapon, Mr. iFly, blunt force trauma?
Connect! A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes, what is it?
The way the blood is on this, it looks like it
Wow, you're
matches up with the
choppy. This is a very
one on
choppy
his
message.
head.
You're very choppy through
The
that.
way the blood is on, the way the way the blood is on.
Why are you doing
this,
that?
It looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Why are you doing it like that?
The way the blood.
Aren't we deserving the Master of the Obvious title?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is a murder weapon. It's not a figurine, it's a bank!
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Any other connections? Built grape juice on the floor in front of the elevator. Broke glass with the broken during the murder. Elevator is found. Bodies found in the elevator. Clues point to where the killer could have been.
I don't think we have the answer to that question. Do you think we do? Do you think the killer was in the elevator?
Is there anything else here? There's something else here. What else is here?
In his pocket? Did you check his pocket?
Yeah, that was this photo.
Can you check the photo? Does it give us more information if you do? Oh, the cell phone's supposed to be around his neck, and it's not there anymore. Can you check where his cell phone would be?
I don't see his cell
It
phone.
looks like it was ripped off of his collar.
Yeah? When was hanging on this lanyard? Let me show the picture. Wait, what's deduce? Oh, this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold.
The picture.
What, Dragon? What was announced? Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found.
His machine?
His cell phone, Miss Tenero.
So I guess it's... So I guess because it's not here...
Yes, I think we'd safe to deduce that the killer took it. Wow, Dragon, they announced a sequel to 1-2 Switch. That's cool.
Is it called 3-4 Switch?
Called Everybody 1-2 Switch.
Everybody want to switch. Switch, 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 switch.
Okay, wait, what did we get from that? We didn't get logic, did we? No.
No
Just
lag.
updated the... It gave us missing cell phone. Is that everything at that spot? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now what? Is this something? What's his face? No?
Did you check the grates?
The what?
The grates to the gift shop? Because the footprints lead to the gift shop.
We
right?
did check in for the footprints. That's the inflate shot. We don't have permission to open them.
Maybe we do have the answer to the question then.
To watch.
Where was the killer? Because that's the other thing we need to do, but like... can we connect?
There! Spilled grape juice. There's footprints there.
So the killer... What clues point to where the killer could have been? The spilled grape juice. Yeah.
Only $29.99, Dragon? That is roughly $32 too expensive.
You want to be paid $1?
I don't
Well,
want
with
to,
tax,
but
I guess.
I'd be willing to be paid to play it, but I wouldn't enjoy it. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. That wasn't it. I don't... That's the statue. What? Help me out here. What do you think?
I think the killer was in the elevator.
How, like, you wanna... Was there things to match there? You want where the killer was? In the elevator?
I think so.
Huh. Good job.
I said, you don't trust me.
I trusted you, I did it. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. If only I could prove the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. Did they announce it on Twitter with no trailer, Dragon? Yeah, that is odd. Prove that the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. Can we? That's a suspend. What do you think? Anything else to combine, or do you think we need to find something, or?
No, I think we could theoretically, right? Like, if only the guy could prove that the killers rode the elevator with Hicks, then wouldn't the... What's the spilled grape juice say?
There's a spilled grape juice
in front of the elevator, and then broken glasses.
Were they broken during his murder? I'll never tell.
I would assume in the elevator with Hicks and spilled grape juice because it shows the footprints. I'll never tell. I think it's in the elevator with Hicks and spilled grape.
So I was just one step ahead with the footprints. I have it.
Sorry, I don't. But I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. I can prove it.
Really?
Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding.
Oh,
or rather, the grape juice
is
in this case. What?
Literally called Everybody's Switch.
Yeah.
I thought that was like I thought that was a Cha-Cha Slide reference.
No,
like,
the name
when
of
people say everybody, clap your hands.
No, it's Everybody 1-2 Switch.
Yeah. The internal feedback has been brutal, calling the game boring.
The original one is kind of boring.
Many didn't even want to play through the entire rounds.
For what? For Everybody 1-2 Switch?
Yeah. And the big
Hello, you're cutting out.
bingo example, one player would use the Joy-Con to mind digging out a number for reading out the TV screen. Playtesters reported it was tedious.
You don't need to whisper into the mic. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. Someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself?
Seeing as the victim is dead... Ah, but if you take a look at a victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless.
Which means...
Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator, which is the opposite of being alone.
The opposite of being alone is being with one other person.
Well, he said that it appears he wasn't alone in the elevator. Quite the opposite is what he said. So that means the opposite is he's implying is that there's.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah, you're right.
It's just kind of weird to be like he wasn't alone. In fact, quite the opposite, because the opposite is being not alone, which is like you already said that he wasn't alone.
Yeah.